Welcome to the Leadership Kit.
Pick your pain.
Well, a wealthy man once said that everybody has money problems. Either you don't have enough or you have too much. I think that's it's so true. It's about everything. It's not just about wealth. It's also about your resources. It's about your people. It's just an issue we run into as leaders in general.
You have to decide which problems you want. If you're in an organization that's growing, like there's a weight that comes with the responsibility for having a big staff and all these people's paychecks. Whereas like if you're just running a business and it's just you and you don't do that great, like that sucks, but it doesn't suck like going to Jim and saying, hey Jim, sorry, you're not gonna be able to give your kid any Christmas presents this year because we're not making any money.
Leadership comes with pain, and I think that's a lot of the reason why people are afraid to really like dig into getting better at leadership. It's why people are afraid to put themselves out there for a promotion, why they don't start the business they've always wanted to start. But there's also pain in not doing these things, having the same life you've had that you're not a fan of in general, or the things that you want to accomplish not being accomplished.
You got to ask yourself, do you want the pain that comes along with growth, with changing, with losing control, with going to the next level? Or do you want to just keep the pain that you currently have of knowing that you could be doing more with your life? You could be reaching the potential, the dream that God's put in your heart. That could be happening, but you're leaving that behind on the table.
Right.
So you got to pick and choose. Which pain do you want?
Right. We have a friend who is a pastor. He had a side hustle that was a business that he started. The thing with the business was it was growing really quickly, and he was having to work 100 hours a week. Like he just didn't have enough time for pastoring, which is where his passion was, because he's spending all of his time doing this other business that he had. He had to give off basically all of his responsibilities from his side business to people that could grow the business still. He lost control in the business, but then he watched the business grow.
This was a game changer for him, making that decision. And I would encourage you, like, it's not worth it. It sucks to take that leap of faith. It's hard sometimes, but it's totally worth it. The trade-off for achieving what dreams you have in your heart that God gave you, there's no substitute for that. And you don't know how far you can go until you get there. And once you get there, like if you're there and you're able to enjoy it, you're able to go a little further too, because you're not done. And so I would encourage you to pick the pain that leads to you reaching your highest potential,
right,
and doing your greatest work and making the biggest difference in the lives of the people around you, and being more.
You'll find that you can sustain a bigger pain.
That's true. You get comfortable with
that
with
tension.
the pain.
Yeah.
The first time someone goes to the gym and they come back and they're like, yeah, that was great. And the next day, like the workout pain hits in and they're like, you do this every time?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I mean, that's what you do. But to the person who's been doing it a while, they know that pain. They know what it feels like to be growing, and they're okay with it because they know what results feel like.
Right.
Even before you see the results, you have to go through that pain.
Yeah.
And so I would encourage you to get comfortable with that kind of
Yeah.
pain. You have to if you're going to be a great leader. If you're not comfortable with that kind of pain, don't even begin leading other people, because you're not going anywhere yourself.
We know there's some people watching that have made really big decisions, that have started a company, that have taken a promotion, that have done things that have caused a little more discomfort in their leadership life. Leave a comment below. Tell us about what that's been like for you. Leave a comment telling us the things that you're kind of up against now, where you need to make some changes so you can experience whatever the next level is for your leadership.
There's a quote from Anais Nin. The day came when the risk to remain tight in the bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. And I think that kind of sums it up. That's what it comes down to, So I would encourage you to blossom. So we have a great pastor. He's an incredible leader. It's an honor to serve the vision that God has given him. And he says, awareness drives change. So this week, we would ask you to take a sober, honest look at yourself. Look at the relationships with the people around you. Look at the way you lead your organization. Look at how you approach risks and adversity in your business, and ask yourself, like, am I facing these situations head on, or am I sabotaging my own success and the success of the people who are on this journey with me because, like, I'm too scared to take that next step forward? Or am I willing to accept the pain, the difficulty, the weight that comes with doing that, and take the risk? Nathan, however, on the other hand, when we were kids, he didn't get to choose his pain.
Oh my gosh. Y'all don't know, but we're brothers. And there's a middle, I'm the youngest.
Don't say that. They might know.
Yeah, okay.
They might know.
Someone in the world doesn't know. And that one person might be watching this video right now.
Yes.
And for that guy.
So for you, guy or girl.
He's my older brother. We have another brother that's between us.
He would be right here.
He would be between us.
We'll bring him on the show later.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait for you guys to meet him.
You're going to love him. He's the best.
I remember one time Daniel told... It seemed perfectly reasonable to me. We put all of our toys that were all very hard and plastic in the floor, and we had a second bunk. And Daniel just took one flat sheet off of one of the beds and laid it across the toys and was like, "Look how thick it is, and it's padded. It's gonna, like, if you just roll off the top bunk and land on these
so
toys
smooth
and soft and like." So it seemed
just looked like the kind of thing you would want to jump into and let just like take you in. Like,
you don't. That's not something I want. Well, I wanted to jump into it for some reason. It was very. I mean, you guys were convincing, and I did, but I wish I hadn't.
Take some time to evaluate yourself this week. And we've included some resources below dealing with leadership pain, so you're definitely going to want to check those out.
And come back next week for our next video. We're talking about A leaders. Check out the description below and come back next week to see our video on A leaders. See you guys next Monday.
See ya.